like that. Acting like you bang for the set when you ain't blood or cuz, man. Blood gets spilled like that. Saying really they the plug, but they talking to the judge, man. Get your cap built like that. Cause niggas get killed like that. When you ain't built like that. You niggas ain't built like that. You was never on the block, you ain't never dodging off. You ain't never fought another crew holding down the ball. You ain't swam with the sharks, you ain't wrestled with the gators. You was never fucking popping, you ain't got the fucking haters. Bitch niggas like you make me watch out for the traitors. When you around some real niggas, mind your behavior. I will beat a nigga ass, then I'm acting like I'm jaded. Get your fucking mind blown like a cartridge on a Sega. You niggas want attention, they don't want the war though. Talking all that shit, but you got a glass jaw. They never deliver. They got that DiGiorno. This that Walking Dead flow. I eat a rapper torso. You ain't the same man once you off the microphone. You ain't never broke a bone. You ain't never had a scar. You a certified pussy, so don't make me pull your car. I'm a certified prophet, respected like the word of God. Cause you ain't got the heart, nigga. You ain't got the heart. You ain't about to finish any beef that you start. You ain't never been a soldier, little nigga. Play your part. Claiming that you spark. When you ain't got the heart, cause you niggas ain't built like that. Run around talking like a dog when you won't bust a slug, man. Niggas get killed like that. Acting like a bang on the set when you ain't blood cuz, man. Blood gets spilled like that. Niggas saying really they the plug, but they talking to the judge, man. Get your cap built like that. Cause niggas get killed like that. When you ain't like that. Run around talking like a dog when you won't bust a slug, man. Niggas get killed like that. Acting like you bang for the set when you ain't bloody cuz, man. Blood gets spilled like that. Niggas saying really they the plug, but they talking to the judge, man. Get your cap built like that. Cause niggas get killed like that. All my niggas ride for me. All my niggas ride with me. I got niggas that'll die for me. All my niggas ride with me. Niggas ain't.
SHALAM.
When you this now? I started my gathering now. Long ago. We're going to reach now.
Shalom Israel.
Shalom.
We are the I.S.U.P.K. out of 123 Street, Harlem, New York. Been teaching this shoot since 1969 at the Black, Hispanics, and the Native Indians at 12 lowest tribes of the nation of Israel under commanding General Yohanna. Right? So this is the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, and you know, like that's the initial, so that would really mean Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge. Right. This is for the the Native Indians, you all Hispanics, and you all Negroes, right? So all this is by words the oppressors give you also as you tune into the class, you'll get to know all the different tribes and the Hebrew names, everything, right? So when you go back tribe of Judah, Yahweh, and thing, right? Then after we have the tribe of Benjamin, Banranyam, right? And then after now, when we go to the tribe of Levi, we say loyal, right? And thing, right? So I you get to know the biblical, the English names and the European names, what it is, how we use it, and then after now we have the Hebrew names, everything, right? Back and on to say, you get to know the tribes and the Hebrew names, everything too, right? So when you watch this weekend, Trinidad and Tobago, you Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian, man, we had two holidays right now, and thing, right? One of the holidays now we under pressure again. The Black, Hispanic, when everything running normal, you're under pressure, and then after you go to see again more pressure coming again with these holidays and thing again, because why? We're the ones working for everybody, and when every time they shut down again, Black people under pressure again, and when you go to the scriptures and thing. This is not for you Black, Hispanic, and Native Indians, and because we the ones again quarreling, and the other nations that's plain and normal and thing, right?
Right.
And thing, right. So when you watch the other day now, these Indians and them came here in the 1845 and thing, right, and come and settle and thing, right. So now again now we more or less we are around them now, and everybody started pick up this thing here. All that we is Trinidadian and all kind of thing. And when that is not we as a nation, and it's never should be having that thought and thing about East Indian Trinidadian, a Chinese Trinidadian. There's the other on Facebook it have this white man saying now he born in Trinidad and want to you want to tell the people I'm going for some doubles and thing, and these black men and them praising this white man and thing, and these same people when you watch them today, the torture with the murder and still today putting pressure on your brothers, the gunning on your brothers and them in America. So one part you could just move away from America, we see what they're doing and thing, and then after now you could be friends with the same man here in Trinidad here and Tobago and thing, because of all these Trinidadian things and things, and I see what going on and thing, right? So one part you see where they're gunning down all the brothers, and then after now what you want to hug up and you want to go live with and thing, and the feeling it's all always one family and thing, right? And when you go in the scriptures and thing, that is not so and all too. Even when you check all these cats on them and thing, you have a lion, you have a tiger, you have a jaguar and thing, you have a leopard and thing. Every one of these cats meet up each other is going to they're going to barley wound each other till somebody die and all too. So you see when people come in and thinking all this is every one of we is human being and one blood and thing, and following things like songs like what Bob Marley sing and thing, and the same thing happening again, and next year a next white man again trying to always bring black people together and then after to use black people just like how we use Bonnie Wheeler and Peter Tush and them, right? And the same thing again, they keep on doing and they keep on doing and thing. And when you go in the scriptures again, the most I say again, this we is not we not to be congregating with these other people and them, right? So for one, let me go give me Deuteronomy 7:6.
Okay, book of Deuteronomy, chapter 7 and verse 6. For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God. The Lord thy God hath chosen thee to be a special people unto himself, above all people that are upon the face of the earth.
So again, I'll say, Lord thy God, say you are a special people, right, unto himself and things. He didn't say unto the Chinese, the Japanese and things. He making it clear and thing when you go through these things and them. So somehow the other, and think the Christian pastors do not read these things and even say they read it, they're not breaking it down and things. So they don't it is special people unto himself and thing, right? Never say for everybody and thing, right? And he have chosen thee to be above all nations. He say he didn't say equal level and things. So when you go on and read things like We trade that motto together, we aspire together, we achieve and all them things. This is not what the Most High set up for you black Hispanics and Native Indians.
Right.
We're going to read the national anthem, whenever I'm singing the national anthem and thing again, same thing again. Every creed and race find an equal place and all kind of thing. That is not for you black man again. That's going against when you start to take these things for as you saying, like you start to take this in your heart and thing or in your mind and and you push these things on them, you're going against you're going against the Most High. And guess what? The Most High created you and also created these other nations. So you know these other nations spirit. And you going against anything, you're going against the Most High, because the Most High say, hey, you again is a separate people from it. So when the word holy means separate, so you again not supposed to be gathering with these other nations and them thing. Right now we know they right now they're ruling and things. So when coming to that and thing, it's like, we just had to go and work for them and thing. Yeah. So most likely, yeah, that will be it and thing, right? The same time too, we're not saying, hey, we know them nations and them wicked to we, but again, we not to take that wickedness and when the Most I say you go deal with them. So if let's just say something, if a East Indian woman buy a grocery a store and thing and she hand full with the bag, yeah, at the end of the day, and she come into the door, open the door, let she pass and thing, right? There's no problem doing that. There's no problem doing that. But here, the Most High don't want you and the Most High don't want you gathering and congregating and going following these things and them, these seasons and them. So right now they're in power. Yeah, we know we can't. Right now we will have to be around them and things. So certain things again. Right now we have to work for them. Any morning reach and thing that the senior is about. Yeah, morning, good evening and thing. If you feel to eat something from them, all well and thing. If you could do it anyone and bring your thing and thing and supply something from home and thing, all well. But at the same time too, as you say, if something reach a stage the fall long on the ground and thing, yeah, pick him back up and thing, call your the people and maybe to finish do it. I don't know if you balloon call the ambulance and thing again, die not again we as a nation of Israel, this is who we should be the trendsetters the trendsetters of the earth and thing, right? These are the ones people should be following and thing and seeing all the great thing and not having nothing to fault in with the nation of Israel, but the nation of Israel and not at fault right now, because why we're not following the laws and statutes and judgments of the Most High, because that we don't fault right now. So when you watch back every nation back on the face of the earth and thing, when you watch your whole structure, you see again how great the nations and them is, what the Chinese and them did and thing. You see how much over they had $1 million, $1 billion companies, Samsung, and all these other things coming around and things going wrong. You see what the East Indians and them, that answer metal, that Dilmati and thing. Some of the big doctors and them, not saying much this again. It have what shall we go with Cuba and thing, right? But what shall they establish what they establish all these other doctors all over the world and thing. And we have our own brothers here, the Cubans, which is the Shiva Manasa and thing. And what the pips them just get and thing, low down and thing, right? And thing, right? But you see again and again, because why? We have no structure and thing. So when we have to go to everybody else and thing, it's easy well for them to take all the pride, right? And take the glory and everything where we do everything, right? So so yesterday again now, so back again we coming back to the same thing. So Monday was Indian arrival day, and again now everybody again picking up all these customs against everybody wanted to go and cook and go and cook curry and all. No problem. It have no law against no cooking anything, but into again when you watch back and thing, you're taking things and making it the other nation customs and you're making it the other nation customs and all these things and them. And when you watch wrong again, you're going and support something. When you watch wrong again now in today and thing, you see no happening to India and thing, right? So you're going to support something with that people and again and one of the people naturally do not care about the Most High and thing and serving other gods and thing. You see what happening today. The gods can't do nothing for them, right? You see much hundreds of thousands of them dying, right? Every day and thing, right? They'll have to go and make makeshift what is called that again, by the way, they're burying them to burn them. Can't remember the thing what they're saying, but how they have to go and make a set of things now to burn these East Indians and them, right? Yeah, set of cremation yeah, cremation sites that they go and use to burn them, the amount of them, because the normal burning place it rampant. They can't do it normal just so one thing, right? And when you watch again now, so you see again now, you want to be wrong at people, and this is exactly like where your parents will be telling you and thing, right? And this is all you have to have in your mind and thing, right? So why your friends go your mother will say, hey, don't go on and wrong that fella and thing, right? So he's bad company, go get you in trouble and thing, right? So let me take this same thing into perspective now with the most I tell me now. So the most I tell me these are the nations as enemies. These are the nations and them these heathens and thing, right? And thing, right? So when you go and take these things and if you're expecting like, hey, a friend now go have the same qualities like you, they say, you know, you could conquer that person, yeah, but I'm a friend, you know, that man I could go and conquer on and think, you know, if you have the same attributes like you and thing, right? But when you go and watch each other, East Indians and them, right? So you are one God and thing, right? So if you thing again, but how you could be friends now again with somebody who have about 3 million gods, right? And then after 3 million gods can't do nothing, right? And then after that 3 million gods, you yourself could go and make the gods, so not even them. The thing they're making a god, you could go and make them god and thing. That makes any sense? You having these people and close up to you and thing. Like that's the foolishness of them, and that's the foolishness that you think in them. There's the foolishness they could go against you and all too, right? So when I watch the and thing, 3 million the 3 million gods and none of the gods can help them and thing. There are gods for light, there are gods for strength, there are gods for killing and all these different things and them too and again and they could be believing these things and them and thing, right? And when you watch the you right up there and you want to defend them. When you tell these the nation of Israel, you blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, hey, these East Indians and them is their enemies, the white man is their enemies, but they other go turn and tell you, what about if you talk about 5 good one, well, wait around to see the 5 good one and thing, right? When all the mindset of them is to destroy you black Hispanics and Native Indians, man. And the thing about it and all too again, just as your mother say, go line wrong that person, because here you go going. You go think that one good, and he children go make children, and out of that same children and them, you see what happening to they don't go against you and thing, right? You same thing we're going out this is with the East Indians and them who having good the Negroes and who saying is good friends and they go make children and while you growing up your children to be nice, them growing up to tell the children, hey, call you nigger, call you donkey and all kind of thing. And you see look how much years now going by now, you keep on seeing this. So no, we shouldn't be that shouldn't be nothing new to say like you're gonna lose your head now to come and say, hey, look at East Indian call man nigga or when you see them and they go on social media and they call you them thing and you want to go and see them because this is really most I was telling me and if we serve them these things and them will happen and thing, right? So now they're calling it by what kind of bywords. You see they are now again, they never stop again and they just it comes so norm to them, it's nothing new again. And next one she last out thing called Rowley again a donkey and them black people and all kind of thing. The same thing again. So it's nothing new again. And then after now we want to go and pick up yourself now again. So it's some kind of hypnotizing thing like black people getting hypnotized. You see in one minute they're calling you all kind of thing and then after boom, we're going back again. Yeah, let me go and eat some remote by these people and them and thing, right? And the same thing happening. When you watch them again now, you see again you and them not serving the same God and thing. And as a matter of fact, they do not care about your God and thing, right? And you want to go and serve them and thing, right? So when you watch back and think, if you could pull up Lord Vishnu.
Specific one.
That's fine. Which one is this? All is it
Yeah.
right.
I know that specific one.
I'll take this one. Yeah. Right, so this is the man now that would have been preserving all these East Indians and them, right? Because there's now the man preserving, there's the God for life, and thing, right? And then one said, you know, one thing, right? She is 100,000 of them dying and thing, right? And what's going on and thing, right? But this is people and them now you want to hang wrong and thing, and these people now they should have be to show hey, show the God the power and thing, right? This is one should be calling on and thing, right? And saying, well, let me wait him, let me go on, and let's like get out here. And things just to win wars and what kind of thing. So this is the one now that should be calling on to win with him. And then after when you watch this thing again, right? If you're going India and thing, right? And thing, so when the nation of Israel celebrating we Passover and thing, right? And thing, right? It don't matter where all these the nation of Israel is, right? And thing, right? So we Passover this year April 24th. April 24th, right? So we have the Passover, right? And no matter the rest of brothers was in Jamaica was celebrating the Passover. Right. In Trinidad, the same time we were celebrating the Passover. Right. Haiti, we were celebrating the Passover. Brazil, we were celebrating the Passover, and right? No matter which part we was and thing, right? So right now, because we scattered, and the Most I say wherever we dwell and we go to celebrate the Passover when that time come, right? So this is again now you want to go and follow our people, right? So where these East Indians and India now celebrating Indian arrival day and thing, because that do not belong to them in India and thing, right? So that now if they have Diwali now when they come around, that is something with them create, right? But now showing you something, ask yourself now, right? Diwali come around, so the East Indians in Guyana will be celebrating Diwali and thing, right? So who in America now, everybody migrating all over the place, they will be celebrating Diwali and thing, right? So now when they go and check back now in Trinidad and thing, right? So this is them pagan festival and thing, right? So we just like, one time it's a pagan festival, it makes no sense and thing, right? And they're going and celebrate it and thing, right? So here come now. So with the East Indians now to be celebrating East Indian thing, right? So now again, now them Indians in India should have been celebrating this, but that's just said no. Why these Indians and them not celebrating Indian arrival? Because them know why the celebrating that and the other East Indians and them the other East Indians. Because why these same East Indians here went and betrayed their own East Indians and them in their own country and free them, right? So when you go back in history and thing, right, the white man again now, these was the East Indians was popular for textile and thing, right? And when you go to the in history, there's another time we go always a class about it, we can run it back. White man come and destroy the economy and thing, right? And there's now being the weak ones and them to stay and to come and stay and build back up their country and thing. The white man now come and cut a deal with the East Indians and them, right, and bring them across to the Western Hemisphere now, which what you all Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Indians who reside in now, to buy time to put the East Indians and them above the one thing, right? So you know when they say sleep was coming to end and all kind of thing, right? They just then come and say, well, let me go and get them let me just go and get them and them East Indians and Indians. And what the white man was doing was buying time because no slavery was coming to abolish slavery, right? And they come and take them and was buying time and put you over and to bring them and put you over them. And ever since then, what's going on? I think these are the people and them who own all the lands and thing, right? Own all the businesses and things, and so on again, right? And if come again now, we see them happening again now to the Syrians and then when coming to the Ottoman Empire again, the amount of taxes was paying is about 75% tax, right? When you pay in tax, so that's for like we normal work and thing, we just pay 15% and things. So imagine the amount of money they was paying. They hear again about the Western Hemisphere where you all blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians residing again under the white man. Let me go down in the West Indies again. So now you have the East Indians now. White man bring to you, white man bring them across here for you, right? And then after now you have the Syrians and them again, right? And then after you want to come and say, all right, look, let me go and celebrate Indian arrival. Let me go and celebrate Indian arrival. Let me go and celebrate Indian arrival day with you so-called Indians and them. And these are the people the white man brings to put you over here and thing. And then after you come and say hey boy, is one blood and the East Indians is black men and thing, right? And the Chinese black. If you're not white, you're black and calling all these East Indians black people and the Chinese black and the Africans black and the Arabs and them black. As long as you're not white, you're black and thing, right? And that is not, and that is foolishness to we brothers and them who telling we other brothers and that and thing. Because when you go in the scriptures and that's how you are reading and Deuteronomy 7:6, the Most I say he set we above all nations and things. So you that holy people are separate people and things. So when you come back to all these Indian arrival there, you black Hispanics and Native Indians, you're not supposed to be taking part in East Indian arrival. You're working for them and all too. You're not supposed to be taking on no sample, on no sorry to say, you know what, let me show my likeness for these Indians and them, because them have a serious part with the oppression of black people were taking place today and thing, right? And them and they know and things, right? So you black Hispanics and Native Indians, you're not supposed to be taking part in no Indian arrival. They know the Wali when they come around the valley and thing when they come around and thing, right? And then you have your feast days with the Mosai set up for you to keep and thing, right? And we know and we're not supposed to be following these things and them, right? So when you go down, give me Matthew 4:10.
Book of Matthew, chapter 4 and verse 10. Then said Yahushua unto him, Get thee hence, Satan, for it is written, Thou shalt worship the Lord thy power, and him only shalt thou serve.
So again now, right? So this is again now Christ talking and thing, right? So here Christ saying now, thou shalt serve the Lord thy power, and he alone, right? And thing, right? So when you go back and think the Lord thy power, so this now the most this is Christ now you know and all two again, right? So when coming back to this and thing, this is the most high, right? And this is your power and thing, right? So when you come back and the Christian church will tell you this and might be able to explain these things when you see these scriptures coming up and when you see these phrases coming up in the Bible and things. So when you see the Lord thy power, we just let you know that have other gods out there and thing, right? And other fake gods, vanity, all these different things and them don't make no sense and thing, right? And which part again now that will get you, nation of Israel, to want to go and serve, to go against the Most High. And you know the Most High say again, only shall thou serve. Only he alone should be serving and thing, right? So when you see all these things, the Lord thy power and thing, right? The Most High, you know, that other gods out there, and you alone should be serving he. Do not go and do the customs that the other nations and them. Do not go and serve the gods and them, because rightly when you check out certain things are going on in when you see check out certain things are going on in the country and thing, if I start and then only looking so and this is how tricky this is how tricky the white man is and thing too, right? So this is when you go and think now, this is when you go and pick up the word devil, right? So the devil mean simple again, and this is Christian church gonna make you feel like hey, the devil is somebody who wants out of this world and he's somewhere and thing and he do anything and thing. When the devil is the white man, the thief and thing, right? And this is how you will set up and thing. So that's how we want this year go say that fake God and thing, right? But when you come now, the white man are saying Happy New Year's Day and thing, right? I mean all the history of the I.S.U.P.K now and thing, knowing that they Janus. We're already celebrating New Year's and saying Happy New Year's and thing, right? That 1st of January. Israel, are going in Janus, right? They got that ending and beginnings and things. So when that's how we go in the Christian church from old years to New Year's and things, it's the same thing when they go on what is God, you have two faces and things. One the beginning and one for the ending, right? And when you go and watch it now, the thing like that. This is now they name him after him and all too. They will get it January and thing, right? Same thing come with February now, February and thing, another God and thing, God of fertility and thing, where go all this carnival and then after Valentine's and thing again, right? So the same thing happening again, right? When I watch back on all these things and these things don't really make sense and thing, right? So what's this now, right? So you have January and thing, you have people right whole day and thing, everybody you see. Happy New Year, happy everybody greeting you, whole day they greeting you. The next day they greeting you, 5 days they greeting you and thing. All they greeting you now and thing, all of a sudden now the greeting stuff and the paganism and thing again, right? And when they should be having that full love for your brother every day. So when you go in the scriptures and thing, right? when you go in the scripture, the most side is when we go there now, we have to greet we brother every time thing and that way we have to greet we brother and thing and tell we brother shalom and thing right and we greet we brother and thing right too. Then if we see we brother 10 times a day, we tell him we go and come back, we tell him hey, shalom brother and thing right and we greet we brother right too and thing right. Not like in the world where they come and for the New Year, they greet you and for about 3 days straight, and after that they pass in your street and thing, and everybody passes. So that one part of this again, right? So that the paganism are these following these holidays and them thing the most I say, right? Let you go to February now one thing now again, right? So same thing coming out. So you have to choose that day now. They give you a day now to two parts, the carnival part and the gift part now, right? So let's go to the carnival now, one thing, right? So yeah, a woman can come back to the carnival, them naked woman and them and thing, right? They know two-piece all kind of thing, right? And you don't have to get no permission. You can hold a woman and she has something and go and whine and she and thing, hold she around she neck and squeeze she and whine and she and do she all kind of thing. So forget about that now, the carnival gone. This woman in a whole suit, now properly attire, and you go and touch she by she hand. You instead go by the bodies were considered private and thing like a woman breast and she behind and thing you go and touch she and you go and touch she by she hand alone, you can get assault case and thing, right? But that's pagan these things and them is so now this woman in her two-piece, you can go and hold she whine and she squeeze, she do she all kind of thing, no lap up and thing. But you now she straight clothes in her uniform, come up from waiting, and you just go and hold she hand. She call the police for you. You get 6 months for assault and assault all kind of thing. And this is paganism and these nations and them and thing, and we want to celebrate these things and them and have a love it and thing. But here the I.S.U.P.K go and tell stay away from these holidays and these things is evil in the eyes of the Most High.
Right.
And if you have nothing and you do that spirit and thing, when you check your own conscience, it do not make sense and want to do the same thing again, right? So when you watch all them woman they naked, you see woman now, she have one she will suit you, then you touch she by she hand or you hold she by she hand, she call the police and say assault she and thing. You're going down the road and things. So it makes sense. So she gave you permission at a certain time. And when you wait name normally, you ain't wait name. And thing, right? And when that woman to be naked and that's home in front of the man, she naked in front of everybody and thing, right? And thing, right? But some men is what a man just go through. That's like when I go in the scripture with Jacob, right? And Jacob wanted to go and work for them two sisters and then he just wanted to work 14 years just to get a girl meet, just to see that woman naked and make love to child and continue making love to she work 14 years and thing, right? Look how much men and thing, they didn't do nothing at all and they could just go out just any day they could just go out and thing when come around and just see a woman naked. And think when a man should be like a man should be working hard for that woman to get through that woman. Or the same thing that woman should be working hard to get through that woman and thing. And when they check this out and thing, nonsense again happening again too. Valentine's come around again now, the same thing again too. Valentine's come around, you're going to know they're setting a deal for you now to go and buy something for your wife and thing. Whoa. And then after that, people and say, but you can't tell me how to live my life and all kind of thing. But the white man telling you how to live your life. Right. White man telling you you're doing and you go and buy this for your wife this day and thing here. You go and buy that dress. You go and buy that lingerie and thing. You go and buy that chocolate and thing, right? But you when they're virgin and thing, and that these group people they themselves know the loving the white man full on without their own consciousness and thing, and themselves know. You go and buy that for your woman and thing, right? And same thing happening again. White man telling you what to go and buy for your woman and thing. And then after now, if you go and buy some another man going and buy, because why? You start to involve yourself in all these things and them and thing. And the minute time you can't make, somebody else going and make and thing. When you black Hispanic man and Native Indian man, hey, you meet a woman, come in here, I say, hey, here going on. And here going on. I do not celebrate none of these holidays and they don't look forward for me and for none of these holidays. I'm not a part about that. I am part of serving the Most High and keeping the Most High holidays. And here going on. If you have to go somewhere and thing and I do something with you, it go be on we own time, not the time in the world. But the world want to go and do other things when you go there, they might get robbed and think that everybody on the same day will looking to go and buy, or the same day now looking to go and lime and the junk, and you come and you have to be dodging from junk people coming around the same thing because everybody want to go and do that, everybody want to go and do that. And then after again, what the Most I say, if not part of it, well, it's destruction coming again too. So But the Most High keeping the Passover, the Most High go guide you and make sure you back home safe. Because you know what? That's the thing He said to keep and thing. Right. And He go protect you and thing. But when you go and keep these pagan holidays and thing, right? Same thing coming around and thing. No thing again, I'm gonna keep the same. No surety you might reach back home, your car going down the road. Some of we black brothers and them again. When you go back all these other nations and them, the car fully comprehensive and thing. You go on down the road, you go and keep all them thing in carnival, your car crash. The car third party and thing. When you check them by nation, the car first party and second party and thing, and they have any more interpret thing. I don't know already, don't know people that so you should go and cover that. No, you have to go and buy it, boy. Why you not get you, boy? Why shall never go down to me, boy? You shall follow my mind. And then going and saying and start to talk to yourself and thing. When shall don't be thinking about these things already or have these things in your mind already and think to go against all these things and then the same thing happening again. Come back again to Halloween and thing. The all these children and them, if you're talking to a stranger, you're telling your children don't talk to a stranger. But Halloween come out, go around, or you could go and go by all them houses and things. You never know nobody in the neighborhood before, you didn't know who live anything, but you're sending your children and them you're sending your children all about the place. Or you go and get candy and thing and don't know who is a rapist, who is a child molester and all these things and these the paganism and thing and you're sending your child in danger and thing. When before again now, if you see a child talking, who's I talking? And I tell you do not talk to them. And I tell you don't talk to strangers. But again, Halloween come around, the white man send you holidays and thing, and you forget about your child talking to strangers and thing, and you send your child to all these holidays and you send your child to all these holidays and them and not know any dangers and thing, right? And the same thing keep on going down with all these holidays and thing. And with the Most I tell me to stay away from all these holidays and thing come around and thing, right? These things do not belong to we. These things do not belong to we. Most I give you certain things to keep, and you expect me to keep them and thing, right? And this is now the I.S.U.P.K bringing back all these traditions back to you black, Hispanics, and Native Indians, man. And guess what? You know, again now they go say, hey, the I.S.U.P.K they're racist and thing, but again, that is the best thing you could be, because when you go back all in history and thing, and you see how black people was when nobody didn't want them and thing, you see what happened, how they build America and thing, because why all them Jim Crow laws and thing, right? Check it back out and thing, right? The how everything was built and thing, right? And thing, because right, they didn't want they make laws that black people couldn't go with for them white is, and you know what? They was building back the community till the later point where it was even better than the white man community. And that even after slavery. So when you check back out this and all too, a nation get destroyed, they get a little freedom, and still after that freedom, they was able to build back the communities even better than the white man. So black, Hispanics, and Native Indian man, let me come back together, let me do these things with the Most High, let me keep the Most High two powerful, the two biggest laws you ever see anything. Love the Most High with all thy heart, and when you love the Most High, is you know keeping the commandments of the Most High. And then after you say love thy brother as thyself and things. So when you know when you love thy brother, you're not going to do the things you do like for yourself and do it unto your brothers and things. And they were the Most High waiting, and we to do. Just keep these things clean and simple and thing, right? And following with him. And then after now, we have our next one tomorrow again now. We're going to pull beyond pressure again now. And thing like curfew, no work, all kind of thing coming. You can pull up Corpus Christi. Yeah, that's that part of it. Yeah, well, let's take the first paragraph.
Feast of Corpus Christi. The Feast of Corpus Christi, ecclesiastical Latin, Dies Sanctissimi Corporis et Sanguine. The Feast of Corpus Christi, Day of the Most Holy Body and Blood of Jesus Christ the Lord, also known as the Solemnity of the most holy body and blood of Christ is Roman Catholic, Anglican, and West Orthodox liturgical solemnities celebrating the real presence of the body and blood, soul and divinity of Jesus Christ in the elements of Eucharist. 2 months earlier, the institution of the Eucharist at the Last Supper is observed on Maundy Thursday in a somber atmosphere leading to Good Friday. The liturgy on that day also commemorates Christ's washing of the disciples' feet, the institution of the priesthood, and the agony of the Garden of Gethsemane.
So again, all these Romans are them again now, they take things out of the Bible now and make these things these for themselves, which is really doctrines and main feast days and everything, right? When you go in the scriptures and things, right, and you go through Leviticus 23 and verse 1, you will never find Corpus Christi again in the Bible and thing, right? You will ask yourself now which part you can let me go on thing, right? Somebody tell me please which part you can find this. You have again your house, again your car. I think I will take my life and all through again if you can tell me which part that is in the Bible and thing, right? And this is the foolish of the Christian church again and again celebrating things with the Most High not ordained and we going against the Most High and thing, right? And the same thing happening again, right? And then after now, tomorrow, everybody going on, everybody know again, all these plans shop on them, just like when they check back again with all these things that I was celebrating before, Casey Candy getting a set of money in one day because they're going to celebrate Halloween and thing, right? Then after now, all these people they silver dust for mass, and then after all these hotels and them pulling up with people want to go on sticks and rum like rain, going and sell and things. The same thing out tomorrow. All these plans up on them. They go and think plan shop sell out and thing. All plans gone and come in with thing because again now you have all the days to plant and thing. Now everybody now tomorrow going and thing and when you check back that this was Corpus Christi saying, right? And when you check back it have nothing but no planting plants there.
Right.
And things so with this planting coming in and all too again. So again now this is something that's created that's like what do you want with the black eyed peas? New Year's Day? Yeah, it's black eyed peas again, the same thing happening again now. So all these black eyed peas they started sell about all the place that thing. Nobody here isn't cooking black eyed peas. Right through the year, and they're going to cook black eyed peas. The same thing now happening again now. So it have nothing in scripture. I didn't say no nothing wrong with eating black eyed peas. It's lawful to eat black eyed peas and right? It's lawful to plant. But the same thing now when they go and make these things a day and everybody around it, this is where it come pagan and thing now. But this is now everybody mathematically making this go and making this a day men and when you check back again, the most I set every days and the place you and tell you black, Spanish, and native Indian man, this is the days I want you to celebrate and up come now tomorrow. When you read this whole thing here again now, and then just like the palm tree and thing now the Palm Sunday when you go and read thing, they take the palm because that was the king right coming in and the people and take the palm tree and thing and spread it just like when you're watching them music videos and them or they will take the red carpet and spread it and thing for all these people coming down the line and thing. Right. They're walking and thing. So this is now what they're gonna do. They take the palm tree now and they're gonna and spread it and thing, right? And see now where right. There you look at the thing at the Most High there. Now you have Palm Sunday and thing, right? When the Most High never see to celebrate no Palm Sunday and ordain you to celebrate no Palm Sunday. And this is again now this is the foolish of the heathens and them again. Right. They think that's them feel looking good or seem good to them, they're going and follow. And then after now, it seems good in your eyes and thing, right? So and in your mind and thing, right? That's why the Most High say your mind is deceitful about all things and thing, right? So that's why you're not supposed to be following your mind. So be following what the Most High set up for you to think, right? So when you go and read these things and them too again, you see now again now everybody with this planting, and then after when you go and read this, the Feast of Corpus Christi, right? The most holy body. Holy body and the blood of Jesus Christ, the Lord, right? So you go back and think, right? They're making you feel now the most holy body, right? And when you go back and think, it makes you feel like, you know what, Christ's body, again now, was separate from, Christ's body was separate from we and thing. When we and Christ is the same body we have and the same body. The same thing we went through, the same thing what Christ went through and thing. The only thing he do, he defeated all these things and them, right? We went through. So the same thing again. So they making them feel like, you know what? Christ had an advantage over we, and we had a disadvantage when we was same level at Christ and thing, right? So when you go to the scriptures here now, what this something, right? Give me Hebrews 2 verse 16. Yeah.
The book of Hebrews, chapter 2 and verse 16. For verily he took not on him the nature of angels, but he took him the seed of Abraham.
Right. So here what I say now. So verily he took not on him the nature of angels. So Christ did not be, he wasn't created the way angels was created, right? But he took on him the seed of Abraham. And when we talking about seed, we talking about sperm. And then I said, this is seed of Abraham. So he's talking about that lineage and lineage coming down here and things. So this is how Christ was created, right? Through sperm and thing, right? So when you go back and thing, and you check back all them things, Abraham, Jacob, and thing David, Solomon, and all these things coming down the line is what that lineage come down to reach Joseph, and then after now. So when you go on in the scriptures and all too, when the woman thinks she call him son of David and thing, right? How much are we father home and thing, right? We are we father home. And people call you by your father name. That don't mean that hey, you and your father is the same thing, but they know that hey, you come from that man. And things, so there's call by your father name and things. Some people don't call me. Some people up to now they never call me by the name. They don't even know my name. They always like, hey Felix. I'm gonna check back my father name, but they go call by your father name and things. The same thing they was doing. So the same spirit of people was doing things before nothing change. People, some other people go feel things change and things, but the same thing was going on there. People was calling people by the father name and thing, and that what they was doing. They calling look what they say by the Abraham seed. They call him by son of David and thing. They call him Christ the son of David because they know that the lineage was coming down there and things. So when you think now, these Christian church now gonna make you feel like, you know what, Christ and had that advantage over we now. So then, you know what, I can't follow Christ and things. Because why? Yeah, the Most High created and thing, right? The Most High impregnate Mary and thing. And when you go to the scripture, you see what it is what going on here, right? Go to verse 17.
And on verse 17, wherefore in all things it behooved him to be made like unto his brethren.
Right, so you see, I got the same thing saying so unto his brethren. So when you talk about all these fellas who was pumping with him and thing, right? Peter and thing, right? The same thing again was fun. Then after the one who didn't like so much he ended up bringing him back alive. We name the one who he died and he bring him back and I wanted to kill him too. Lazarus. Lazarus and all too. The same thing again too. The same Lazarus born and think the same thing too again happened to Christ. The same way, nothing different and all too. Peter born the same way, Lazarus born the same way. All these was Christ brethren and them the same way and all too. All of them born the same way and thing, right? Go ahead.
That he might be a merciful and faithful high priest in things pertaining to God, to make reconciliation for the sins of the people.
Right. So when you check back and all to the things and right, so why you have a man now who things you go through and things, that means you were able to judge it compared to some of these laws that set up in some of these laws here they set up in the country and things. People these judges and them they setting up things here and things. And they never even go through it and thing in their life, but they come in to judge you and thing right. Because why? This is what Christ went through and things. So this is how we able now to say, hey, you know what, Christ, you know what, Mosai? I think you should spare they're having a judgment thing and one blood and thing, one song, everything. When I go in the scriptures and thing, right? So when come back to thing, I say I feel better give Peter another chance again because I seen some things in him. Yeah, and think where he could really come back and think I just really the right man to guide him and all kind of thing to the same way and thing, right? So the same thing again, you see in the fall. Just like you had somebody I had an interview with Buju Banton and thing like that, the same vibes cartel and thing, right? So you know, like before and thing Buju you know, he one of the most established Jamaican artists and thing, right? So everybody say so they come and say so we want if we want to do a collaboration with them, say Vice Cartel. So yeah, the media. So yeah, the white man again, and see the structure, the white man say Vice Cartel. He say, but I'm here, murder and kind of thing. He say do get tied up and twisted. All that man just needed somebody just to guide him. I think because why he see him when now what he see now when he going off and thing, right? And this is the same thing now when we come back to certain things now, we could say come back and tell me, brother, hey, brother, I tell you something, hey, don't do that and thing. That go they okay because now you are able now to see these things and do these things, and now you can come back to the brother and thing. And this is now what they say the same thing now Christ now going through all these things and this is now we can able to say, hey, nah, Satan, go and deal with John because he not hearing at all, and he will never he not hearing, he not changing at all. Because why? He's seeing all these things that I'm right through, and you know what? Not seeing no change in him at all at all at all. So now you can tell Satan, hey, you're going and Satan, wipe him out there. And then right, and this is what they might be singing might be saying, well, what is we talking about Satan and thing, right? Yeah, but that was Satan was created to do. He was created to do wickedness and thing, right? Not when he's poor, he's a perfect angel in the eyes of the Most High. And then now when the Christian just say he have he fall out with the Most High and thing. No, he ain't fall out with the Most High and thing, right? So the same thing here. This is how Christ was able to do these things and judge you and thing. Because why? He went through the same thing we went through and thing, right? And you know what? He take records of the Bible and judge every matter how the Most High would have judged it and thing. And this is how we should be having that same spirit like Christ and thing. Anytime something go wrong, you don't take it up on your mind. You go to the scriptures, go and get the priests and the prophets on them, who under the Most High, which is the I.S.U.P.K there, and you go and get the counsel from them and go about your matters and everything. Go take it up on your own and don't go in the world because the world ain't had the answers and them because the world right now, when you watch men and things in the world, they don't offer already and go and get counsel from men in the world, they're gonna be more destruction to you, right? Go ahead to verse 18.
Verse 18. For in that he himself had suffered being tempted, he is able to succor them that are tempted.
Right, so the same thing again, right? So the things again now, things where that be in your trouble to deal with and thing. And then the same thing now, Christ was being tempted now. So again now, you know the same thing now coming to you and things. So some people might have about 5 different things that to deal with. Some might have one thing, 3, some might have 10. Right, and this is now you moving away from all these things, and this is now again now these things will be back in front to really know if you really love the Most High and thing, right? So the same thing you're like running down horse, that might be a man right here going on the Most High, but put back the same. You want to come to the Most High, the same thing you want to run down horse, the same thing the Most High go put, and he might even put more in front to see if you're really for him and all to again, right? And the same thing was proven with Christ and all to a lot of things was there. Like when come back with Satan tried to tell him try to give him cities and thing, right? Satan tried to give him cities when he don't have all he had the world and thing, and he would say the most Christ Satan tried to work bamboos Christ there and tell him, well, if you do this and you follow me, you think you hear all these cities. When Christ don't have the whole world, so he has something bigger than that, he's trying to give him something smaller. But it's something nice and thing, and this is how he go and fall and thing, because somebody think the song so nice and thing, and when they check it back out, really nonsense, and you're in a pit and thing, right? And you can't come back out, right? And so when you check back on all two again, say, you only different from me and thing. No, Christ wasn't different from me. Same thing we go through, we go on just like we are not, and there's another one to share on all two again, right? Come on. So that was Hebrews. Come on, Wisdom of Solomon 7. You know, 1 to 6.
1 to 6?
Yeah.
Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 7 and verse 1. I myself also am a mortal man, like to all, and the offspring of him that was first made of the earth.
So this is King Solomon here, right? So he said, I myself was a mortal man, like unto him, the offspring of him was first made of the earth and thing, right? So this is not talking about Adam, right? And then after that thing, so when it come back again to the scripture, you'll get to know all these things and them that Christ. And then after when you go to the scripture, you'll get to know that Christ was here already, and he was pre-incarnated into was Adam, right? Isaac, King Solomon, right? And King, right? So the same thing again now coming back here. Go to verse 2.
Verse 2. And in my mother's womb was fashioned to be flesh in the time of 10 months.
Right? So the same thing now happen here. So when all babies being born in the 10 years, 9 months, but when you check back, it's already 10 months. The scriptures saying 10 months and thing, right? So with some there's reduced labor and thing when you check back out and thing. So 10 months and thing, right? Being compact. All right, go ahead.
Being compacted in blood of the seed of man and the pleasure that came with sleep.
Right, so again, same thing happen here. And then why a woman put on a nice lingerie for your man and thing, and the man take off all your take off all that lingerie, take off all that lingerie, and you start to make out and thing. So you know what go on there, or he put something and say, oh, you feel sweet now, and see now that thing started to turn up in that woman and start to form something. And where that pleasure is sex and thing, right? So the same thing again, right? And this is a king here talking again, right? Go ahead.
Verse 3. And when I was born, I drew in the common air and fell upon the earth, which is of like nature. And the first voice that I uttered was crying.
I say, the baby thing now, the baby born now, and they feel like, hey, whoop. And they started crying and thing. I see the same thing happening here again. So this is one thing men coming through. No other man, no other way they come through and go through this. Right? What the verse 4? Go ahead.
As all others do. Verse 4. I was nursed in swaddling clothes, and that with cares.
Right, so when it verse 4 and thing, right, what is called is when a woman know they're pregnant and thing, right, they start to keep baby shower and everybody now want to go and bring all kind of different things for the babies, and when one thing now again they start all the baby clothes and thing now to keep the baby cool and from the dew and all kind of thing coming. So you see what they do, they wrap the baby in cloth and thing, right? Right to verse 5.
Verse 5. For there is no king that had any other beginning of birth.
So what verse 5 now says, for there is no king that had any other beginning of birth. So Christ is the king, right? Right. Same thing. King Solomon was one every king. King David was one every king, right? And the same thing keep on going through all these scriptures and things, and there's no other way these kings and them come, right? Through what? Through sex and thing, right? So the same way again, and when they grow up and they keep on going on their nature of the parents and the father, and getting your knowledge of the Most High to keep it and to do all the laws and start with the Most High say to do, right? And the same thing here, we're going. So when they come now and they tell you, when they go in the scripture, they tell you, right, the Most High, holy, the most holy body and thing again, right? They make you feel like, you know what, Christ was that advantage over we and thing, right? And then now when they go to and the blood of Jesus Christ, our Lord and thing, right? And not knowing that when you go through all these things, that when you're talking about the water and the blood, is you keeping the commandments and the statutes and the Lord and all the and the same way we are doing the temptations and thing what Christ was going through and thing, right? And thing, you know, see same thing now coming and thing, right? And these Christian leaders and them, they're not going through them thing and thing, right? They're not telling you, hey, stay away from that Christmas and thing. Christmas should be tempting these pastors and them, right? One thing, right? These so-called leaders, but what do these so-called leaders are celebrating Christmas and thing like that? Them should know that should be tempting you not to celebrate it and thing. But who dealing Christmas and thing, and who dealing all these pagan holidays and thing like that, and all these other things are coming around unlawful things, eating pork and all these things. These are the Christian leaders who are dealing these things and things. So it's something totally opposite here. When you watch what's going on here and you're reading through all these things about Corpus Christi, so that I want to tell you about the body the holy body thing, and then after now they tell you about the blood of Christ and thing, and you go through all these things and them. There's nothing compare what the scriptures saying and thing, and then after, you know what? They just give you that, and you again now because of everything when they set these holidays and thing, like Christmas and thing, all the foods and the gifts, they blind you with it and thing that knowing hey, what is going on behind that and thing, because why? They get your foods and gifts. You don't want to know what is the real scene behind Christmas and thing. Same thing with New Year's and thing again now. You gonna look into buy firecrackers and bombs and all kind of thing, and not looking into New Year's and find out the same thing again now. No, I have a tradition behind Corpus Christi now, so everybody know I'm gonna go and buy plants.
Right.
And thing. And then I'm gonna go and plant and thing. Right? Most I should rain out tomorrow. Nobody should most I from whatever time you're going to sleep now, and then rain should fall whole day tomorrow. Nobody should go and plant no plant out there and thing, because there's the paganism again happening again. So all these days through the year again, nobody ain't planting. But everybody want to go and plant everybody want to go and plant tomorrow and
right.
And the same thing again when coming to paganism, the same thing again when coming back to anything you're doing nothing. Right through the year again you have gifts something. You choosing again with everybody else to go and buy and waiting. Mother's Day, you want to go and think the same thing again, all these things and them. You keep on just choosing all these days and them. And don't stop and start to choose the most high feast days we tell you to keep and see what will be the repercussion of that and your family to come and think. Because yeah, the most high dealing with families to come to. If you didn't know, it's in the scriptures and all too. Right? Give me Micah 2 and 10.
Yeah,
yeah. Nah, leave it out.
Right. Okay. Micah
2 and 10.
The book of Micah, chapter 2 and verse 10. Arise, ye, and depart, for this is not your rest, because it is polluted. It shall destroy you, even with a sore destruction.
So this is again now say I'm telling you again, you blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, Trinidad and Tobago, that is not your place of rest. Jamaica, that is not your place of rest. Venezuela, that is not your place of rest. You Hispanics and them. Colombia, that is not your place of rest. Uruguay, that is not your place of rest. Peru, that is not your place of rest. United States of America, that is not your place of rest, you black, Hispanics, and Native Indians, man. Because you again now, when you come around these things, you are wrong these other hidden nations and them, and exactly what these hidden nations and them is doing, taking advantage and destroying you, and have you know celebrating things they're not supposed to be celebrating and go against the Most High thing, right? All these things and them, all these things here were coming down from the beginning of the year straight down to the end of the year and thing. None of these things have nothing to do with the Most High thing. And what you're doing, you're going against your power, you're going against the things that the Most High say to do and thing. And when you watch back again, what's going on? You black Hispanic man, we to the bottom. If all these East Indians and decide here what going on, I'm going to deal with all my East Indian people and them right now and thing. Right? And this is just something like, you know, like if we really had something like in a way like the Most High would really have something now to burn like if we really go against and burn every black man who break the law and you see all your face burn up. You know, we'd be serving the Most High, but because now again now we coming to grace of the Most High now, the Most High even well to serve him and thing, right? This is now where you know what we disregarding the Most High thing, but they don't have no they don't know free will the Most High. The Most High getting your time to get you getting your time to get right and thing, right? So when you watch now, you feel like you're going to take part in everything was set up here in the world and thing. And when we know that that's not supposed to be taking place and things. So just like tomorrow, and thing you black Hispanics and Native Indians, you're not supposed to be taking part in no going and planting no tree and thing and then after now again now who trying to go on social media tomorrow to see whatever with the rest of pastors, whatever sermon they're going to keep about Corpus Christi and on YouTube and all these things, and them. You're not supposed to be taking part. You're not supposed to be taking part in that. Go on, take your phone and go on YouTube and listen to some Buju Bantan. Better go and listen to some Marshall Manton. Better go on WhatsApp your friend and them we ain't talking a long time or something and thing, right? No, right now you can't go by no family right now because of the corona scene and thing. Well, right now, just deal with whoever find. But do you not supposed to be taking taking part and coming and saying, well, you know, I'm gonna plant with my neighbor and thing and you go and plant something and thing, right? No, no law for planting and thing. But when you do these things, you make it gods and thing, right? You make it paganism and thing in the eyes of the Mosai and thing, right? So just like the lawful things, but the same thing again, you can make it unlawful in the eyes of the Mosai because the things you're doing and things. So you black Hispanics and Native Indian man, you could find something else to do tomorrow, find something else because you know like you feel you're being tricky in the eyes of the Mosai, but you can't smart the Mosai and thing, right? And thing I said the same thing we should be leaving these you should be leaving these things and them alone and thing, right? But right when you go back again, there's no replace our rest and thing like the take we from which what we should be right now. So when you watch back in Israel today, you see you know what happening and thing. It's bombs all it's bombings, it's fighting, it's Arabs going against Philistine going against the Israelis and thing, and these people and them not supposed to be the and thing, right? But why? This is where we should be right now and thing, right? Because why? We didn't listen to the Most and keep his law, statute, and judgment. So here now we all apart over the Western Hemisphere here. We all in the West Indies, we in America, we all up Canada, North, South, Central America, we all are in the West Indies all over and thing, right? We all up in Europe and thing, right? We all up in Africa and thing the same way and thing. And we say Africa, and then we're not talking about these Africans, these Kenyans and Ghanaians and all these things and them, right? We're talking about these Negroes and them who look alike just like these Africans and them, but we are not the same people, right? When you go to all these scriptures and all too, you will see these and all too, right? And thing too. So you're not supposed to be taking part in these holidays when you come around. We have the feast days set up with the most I set up for we to keep on thing, right?
Right.
So this is now replace our rest and get our Trinidadian thing out of we head. And Babylonian and Jamaican and Vinci and all these things and them. And American and all these things. That is not a part for you black Hispanics and Native Indian man, right? Give me first, give me 2 Corinthians 10 and verse 5.
Second Corinthians chapter 10 and verse 5. Casting down imaginations and every high thing that exalteth itself against the knowledge of the Most High, and bringing into captivity every thought to the obedience of Yahushua.
Right. Right, so again now, so when you see these things, coming around and thing again, right? You should already done you should instead of like thinking about these things having in your mind, the count down Corpus Christi, the count down Easter, the count down New Year's, Valentine's and all kind of things, Mother's Day and all these things and them. You should like that shouldn't be in your mind. You know, like sometimes you're lost in track of the days and then asking somebody, hey, what it is, boy? And thing, right? When these things and them, you should have no clear thought in your mind, your consciousness about when these things come around. But you know what you should be having in your mind right now? Yeah, hey, when it's that's now by that's now the Passover, that's now the Feast of Tabernacles and things, but hey, but I have to go by I have to go by the tailor. Just like a child now when school opening back for a child and thing, the parent go and buy a new sneakers for him and a new school shirt and he can't wait that day to go and wear that thing. And this is the mindset now we should be having in there. That when these things come around and thing like, hey, yeah, your mindset, you instead of studying about that, but all you're studying about is the most thing when it come around and having to your mind, just like that child now who had that spirit when the first day of school coming around, new sneakers, new shirt, new pants and thing, can't wait to go in school and thing and let's say thing and new haircut and all kind of thing. And this is the spirit now we should be having and thing when these things coming around and thing and moving away, moving aside all these vain thoughts and thing when the things now not pertaining to the most and thing, right? And thing, right? So again when we check back all these things you know I'm saying, but there we go have a little money, but you go and call up some woman and you have a ball and all kind of thing. Nah, brother. That not right, brother. And thing like this is come and say, nah, brother, you're really and truly really taking me sisters for hoes and thing, and really and truly, if that was really your daughter and thing, we're not like to be doing your daughter that and thing. And this is how we have to be like a brother. Sometimes and be harsh with you and my brothers and them know and thing and saying, hey, so yeah, if that was your mother day, that your sister and thing, it might be some of you might be able to pull it off that way if you know like your spirit that way, no, go and offend the brother and make your brother want to last. Do not go and use it that way. And think now you're going up in that fight with your brother. I think don't bring it. But if you know you can use it that way, and I know your brother won't do nothing and thing, all well and sure, brother, hey, nah, that way I'm with sister. We're not supposed to be making pause with sisters and these things with the most I say these things in scriptures and thing. Your sister and thing, take time to know the sister and thing. And when you feel like you know what you feel she righteous for you and thing and she righteous for you, you go and be with her and thing that you know you see your sisters there and thing and you just take your sisters and them for nothing and thing. Right. And when some of the sisters really looking for a good man, you know what? You just have it in your thought that you just want feeling sweet and you just want pleasure and you just run them and thing. And this is no what your brother should be saying, nah brother. I'm not about taking my sisters for hoes and thing, right? You're moving and you're breaking down everything. Just like just like how when you see captive and thing, you want to hold on and thing, you want to go against, you want to hold on and hey, see that they're going to hold on to that and thing, right? And you having that in your mind to hold on to that and thing, right? The same way and thing. Hold on to the most high laws will keep you righteous right too. And always will avail you from evil and thing too, right? And this as you right, we see and thing, it's come like when you're reading the Siano too and thing, it's come like what the most high saying. So if for you to be good with the most high and thing, you just love the things with the most high love and thing, and the things with the most high hate, and thing you just hate the thing with the most high. And thing what's going on there, you are equal, you same spirit you pushing with the most high. That the vibes you want to have and thing, right? That the vibes of what Christ had too. Right. He hating the things with the most high hate and thing, and loving the things with the most high hate and thing, right? And that how you're able to be so great and things. So we want to be great like we King. Let we love the things with the most high say to do, right? And hear the things with the most high say to do one thing. You know, come around, hey brother, no soul there. That's not wrong. That's wrong to do that soul there, right? Go to verse 6. Second Corinthians 10, verse 6.
Verse 6. And having in a readiness to revenge all disobedience when your obedience is fulfilled.
So again now, hey, you know what? You have an obedience now time. You know what? You don't build up yourself here. You know, you can pour crap since upside now you're going out with that bird, you know, and yeah, you know, you come and say, boy, you're going on. Well, I had it to eat and thing, and people say, they are pork, they are chicken, we are goat and thing. He said, now we're not dealing with no pork and thing here, you know, we're ready to blast down the ready to blast them, but at the same time, that brother might know you're not supposed to be selling pork. At the same time, you bring that knowledge to him and say, hey, really and truly, so yeah, the most I create a lot of things and he feels like just like he create a woman for a man and thing. No man not supposed to be with no man and thing, right? So the same thing, the same thing coming back to the same thing when coming back to that food and so and all too. We say, hey, you're going on. You know, the most I say certain meat we're supposed to be eating and certain meat we're not supposed to be eating and thing, right? So when that time come around, yeah. We have to do it in a harsh way to brother, explain to the brother and think because the brother might not know and all to the same way. You know, you're just having a think to pour aside one thing to revenge and think, you know what? You don't ready to go against already everything you don't see in evil already, and that we should be our very mind already. Just to go against every evil thing we're seeing out here and thing, right? But again, now how we go do that? We have to do that with spirit, having Christ spirit and with the most high and thing, and that's how we have to come back and doing that, keeping the most high laws, so the most high now go set back that order on the face of the earth, right? With the help of Christ and with the help of the angels and with the help of we, right?
Right.
Come on, first Chronicles 28 and 9.
First Chronicles chapter 28 And verse 9. And thou, Solomon my son, know thou the Most High of thy father, and serve him with a perfect heart and with a willing mind. For the Lord searcheth all hearts, and understandeth all the imaginations of the thoughts. If thou seek him, he will be found of thee. But if thou forsake him, he will cast thee off forever.
Right, so that's like so this is now King David now talking to King Solomon, right? So Solomon, you know, which he went on to be a king after his father throne, right? So this is like, you know, my father now we are his son and woman thing. I say, you know, when your son now he reach a age now we could achieve knowledge and thing, and now we got wisdom how to go about doing things and thing, right? So then now they say now you're training him now to do the right things and thing, and now when the same thing now happen now, the same thing now he will pass on to his sons and things. So the same thing now when pertaining to we now following the thing with the most I would gain for you to follow now. You know what your son already knew one thing. So now you know not that the Most High will be with him, right? So the Most High understand this brother fighting to keep the laws and willing to go against anybody who going against the Most High laws and things. Because you see again, and if you do want to keep the Most High laws and the thing, you see where now you go, you will cast the off forever and thing. I say again now, so all the people them like to say the Lord's done away with and thing. You see what the Most High thing. So this is here now, Father now talking the Son, hey, be righteous and thing. So the Most High could be righteous with you and thing. But if not, you do be righteous and thing. The Most High will not be righteous with you. So the Most High will and all the way to not righteous is evil coming. We don't know how did the Most High go send the judgments and thing. Blindness is one way the Most High judgments when watching the feast of the youth and thing. People being mad is another one, and so you keep on going. You having your woman, you having sex like she for 25 times for the day. She not getting pregnant the next 25, the next day again 25 days, 25 times again. You keep on going, you're not getting pregnant and thing. Woman, most time making woman barren and thing the same. All these is punishments and thing, right? So again, we have to be always have to be righteous. Always be righteous and things, so we can always get the blessings of the Most High and things. So just like how reading scripture say how King David wanted his son to follow the Most High, you see the same thing now we should wanted all the children to come and the children to come again and follow the thing to the Most High, say to keep and thing. Right? So as long as you know any scriptures and thing, go take part in that and thing. If it did and thing we following. Whatever the I.S.U.P.K doing, you know it's lawful. And if they're not doing something, you know it's unlawful. So again, everything, these people now bring back the knowledge back to the people on the face of the earth under commanding General Yohanna and all the generals, all the captains, the officers, the troopers and them. And then after we had the help of the sisters and them, again now doing the part of making sure these brothers them go out there, nurturing them and thing like the same thing again, making sure the clothes in order, making sure they're providing food, making sure all your sisters again now will be right to the sisters. So when they're going out there having no issues, no problems and things. The same sisters guiding the younger sisters. That's how we see in the scriptures and things. So the same thing now, not only that the fathers and the sons gain the knowledge to thing, the same thing now to the younger, the mothers to the daughters, and then after now again now to the younger sisters, the older sisters to the younger sisters now coming up and thing will be guiding them how to deal with the sisters, how to deal with the husbands and them the same way and thing too. So they the same spirit now mothers and daughters should be having here towards the Most High and thing. The same thing with fathers and sons towards the Most High and thing, and same thing with you all wives to your husbands and thing too, right? And same thing husbands to wives and all too, and your brothers and them, all your neighbors and them as well. Like we say, and all are wrong, and all your brothers are wrong. You think and not keeping these things to yourself. And all these people like they say, I like to keep them I like to keep them myself and all kind of thing. All these things is demon and things too, right? All these people like this, I like to stick to myself. I like to be myself and all kind of thing. All these things is demon. But then you didn't born by yourself, and then after when you watch what Christ was talking about all the virgins and them he born these all these things happening to the virgins. You was talking about the virgins and things. So if Christ talking about the virgins and things, you should be able to talk about your sisterins and your virgins and them all these things to the same way and thing, right? Because that how our nation is built by people keep on multiplying and gathering and a woman and a man coming together, and that woman and a man keep on making children, and that children keep on making that children who come from the next brethren and sister and all these things and them. So again, we have to keep on following things to the Most I say, keep on following the Most I feast days and them. They know about it, come to the I.S.U.P.K and start and know the feast days and them, and stop following all these holidays and them because they have nothing to do with the Most I. And this, again, you're going against when you check it out, you're going against the Most I. The Most I hating you. So all you blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians who want to go and celebrate Corpus Christi tomorrow, the Most I will be hating on you, all right? And who go on secretly and go on be celebrating the Wali and all to the Most I hating on you. So make it your last and come to your I.S.U.P.K and tune in and thing, right? And get the knowledge, get the understand how to go about keeping the Most I laws, statutes, and judgments and thing, right? And knowing who he is, because again, knowing who he is a big part of you know coming back to the Most High and thing and knowing that hey, who the other nations, what they are to you, right? And when you go in the scripture, they're going to see that and all too, right?
Right.
What's that? 45. Give me Jeremiah chapter 10 and verse 2.
Book of Jeremiah, chapter 10 and verse 2. Thus saith the Lord, learn not the way of the heathen, and be not dismayed at the signs of heaven, for the heathen are dismayed at them.
Right, so this is the Most I tell you, learn not the way of the heathens and them. So all these things and them is heathen, all these heathen customs and them thing again when you watch and thing. All these gods and them and thing, right? The creator see Mother Lakshmi and you see Lord Shiva again happening here again. You're picking up yourself, want to go and celebrate the Wali and thing there, and you see how going on them eat the same Lord Vishnu. You can't help you can't help these Indians and them right now, how much 100,000 them dying and all kind of thing. Much of them again now a lot of things they're not seeing in Trinidad and Tobago right now again too. We're seeing here in that central and Shogunas for what reason now they stop say central and Shogunas with the COVID-19 and things, you know. So the thing again, so we're seeing again where black people residing and we start doing things so that they was listening with him, so all know what things for what reason again they stop seeing which part with the cases and them coming again, where coming out from and thing again and they come there, you know, a woman started say UNC the only UNC people getting only UNC people getting COVID-19 and thing. I see again now we again and all who Negroes was friends with this woman and thing. And then after I went on they call me black people and donkey and what kind of thing. You see again now when you think I want to be friends and things. So you see where it's going again when pressure come to them and thing. You see I have no remorse to say what I have to say about black people and thing.
Right.
And you want to go and celebrate Diwali and all kind of thing and say that these people are with friends and then when the Most I done list already and say these people are with enemies and them, right? And thing I say Most I think hey, these heathens and them do not follow them and thing, right? And thing right because they are not with them, they are not godly. And when you check out that will these other nations and them is you following a set of things and them because why? This is now we place our rest. So among them again and the same thing happen again. So you among them, here come the brothers and marrying them the same way again, picking up heathen customs and all kind of thing. And now telling your brother to go against thing because now you pick up a likeness for them. I think when in the first place, you was not to be marrying them. In the first place, it wasn't to be having for them to be in your friend and thing in whatever way. So it was just to be business wise. That's how it might be as how these other nations do doing trading and thing. You see what happened? It's that movie with Brad Pitt and all too. All the time the white name and the man with their woman, it was Roman Greece and the one of them, either the woman went wrong, the Greece man woman, and what they call it, but that's very good doing that because that was something never to be taken place. And see what happened, war take place, war take place. So this is the mindset and all. Again, you know, when we think again, we're not supposed to be marrying these other nations and them and taking part in all these hidden customs and because why the Most I see is a separate nation and thing. We have the customs where we have to follow and thing, right? And taking part Corpus Christi and Indian arrival there and the rest of them will go on and the rest of come. We're not supposed to be taking part in these hidden customs and them, right? So this is again that one scripture thing again, and this is really most I think. So sometimes I feel like you know Let's get away and think. The Most I have a lot of scriptures again to keep on backing up what he's saying and all too again. So you're not getting away and all too. So when you go back again, so there's one Jeremiah 10 and verse 2, right? Give me Amos chapter 5. Okay, move from 21 to 23.
Amos chapter 5 and verse 21. I despise your feast days. I will not smell in your solemn assemblies.
So all feast days and things, that's why that's why you see right here about the Feast of Corpus Christi and thing, all taking part in that. The Most I say you're not smelling your Simon, so you not take part in it and thing, right? So again and all these Indian arrival there, you blacks, Hispanics and Native Indian man again want to line yourself because they tell you the birth paper mark Trinidadian and the East Indian birth paper mark Trinidadian and the Chinese birth paper mark Trinidadian and then the white man birth paper mark Trinidadian and the Syrians birth paper mark Trinidadian. Now you are lying yourself and saying you're Trinidadian and when that is just a place where you're just born there, you're just a native of that place and all these things are breakdown and it's another set of foolishness again I tell you yeah when he's a city, as a citizen, Trinidad and Tobago, and all these things when you really and truly is just a native, but this is just where we're really born and things, so really and truly, when you go and do that and thing, and you go on your ID card, that everything that's mixed up again and thing, and you know what, we just we going and we taking all these things for granted and establishing these things in my mind and thing, right? And when the most I tell you, hey, yo, he's saying, hey, I will not I hate and despise your feast days, and I will not smell in your solemn assemblies. And them say all you're gathering and you're gathering to keep all these things, and he will not take part in them, right? Go ahead to verse 2, 22. Go ahead.
Verse 22. Though ye offer me burnt offerings and your meat offerings, I will not accept them. Neither will I regard the peace offerings of your fat beasts.
Right, so all these things and them again now I want to go and bring up to the Most High and think about all these pagan festivals and them and thing, and then after now you want to go to the Most High and think Most High will not regard them and think you pay them no, he'll pay them no mind, right? Wait till verse 23.
Verse 23. Take thou away from me the noise of thy songs, for I will not hear the melody of thy viols.
Right, so all again when come back to all Christmas and thing and I want to go and all these men and them all the Christians just don't make you like the feminists and all put on a big gong and the chorus and all moving up with your hands so and singing and all of them melodies are coming and all these things. Most I not taking part in all these things and them and thing. You feel in your mind, you know what? It's song and the Christian church make you feel that song and godly, but it really paganism, the Christian church pushing and thing. I say all you men and them again and the Christian church making you weak and thing. The same way sometimes when you check back and out to that your parents are man always looking and thing when you watch you're lying and you watch the female and thing and you see when you think back out and thing. The woman and the man looking the same way in the Christian church. That same smooth look and thing. Most I put bare on your face, you taking Gillette and everything and you clean shaving your face and thing, right? And now I yourself looking like a woman yourself when a woman face smooth and thing, right? Woman face smooth because she now could feel roughness and she know from a man and thing, right? You see some men now do have beard, but when you check the majority of a man face and I check the majority of the men, most I always seeing beard coming out from a man face and thing. And you putting that you taking that image now and putting it on you and taking the image of the white man again and now you feel like you know you praising the Most High when the Most High not about that and thing, right? And you feeling like there's something good you're doing in the Christian church and thing, and the Most High say you're not taking part in all the chorus and them thing, like all the singing, you're not taking part, all your instruments where you always use your violin, your piano and your singing, you're not hearing these things on them, right?
Right.
Now the Mosai call and then after full out this and then after Mosai go to say full out disrespect and things. So you thinking hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. It's sounding good. And you hear the Mosai telling you now, you hear the Mosai telling you now that noise in your head and thing there, that full out noise. So you singing out your way for the in the church and thing and I think you're singing for the Mosai and thing. Or you hear the Mosai saying that hey, stop making noise in my head and not taking part in that. I don't want to hear that and thing. That's what the Mosai singing. So you thinking something good and thing, right? I'm doing and the Mosai say that noise. It's just like I'm watching you want to watch the TV6 news, or the CNTT news and the son making your daughter, your son making thing and you tell them, hey, you're making noise. I want to hear it. This is the Mosai scene and thing. You see that's what you're singing. You see that's what you're doing in the Christian church there. That noise what you're doing there and thing. That is not a part of the Mosai. So that noise he and things again full out disrespecting you all. Right? And this again now you have to come to the I.S.U.P.K and know the things with the Mosai, what the Mosai like, and just we continue to know the things with the Mosai hate. And this is what he hate in the Christian church. And come out the Christian church, you black Hispanics and Native Indian man. Because again, it's just how the Mosai full out disrespectful there. You know that hey, I hate these things on them. Don't despise them. Come around 13 and 4.
The book of Revelation, chapter 13 and verse 4. And they worshiped the dragon, which gave power unto the beast. And they worshiped the beast, saying, who is like unto the beast? Who is able to make war with him?
Right? So and they worship the dragon. So when you watch a dragon, right, a dragon or he fighting and things like that. And after we just when a dragon do things, he let out fire. And right, so you know you take this in perspective now and you see who this is. This is talking about the white man here now. So this is the white man now again now showing the power and things like so who again now when you watch and thing was like dropping bombs and things like missiles and things. So this is what the white man was able to do now and things right because the power we have now, right? And which give power onto the beast, right? So and then watch back again, you go back and give me Genesis chapter 3 verse 1.
Book of Genesis, chapter 3 and verse 1. Now the serpent was more subtle than any beast of the field, which the Lord God had made. And he said unto the woman, had God said, ye shall eat of every tree of the garden.
Right, so again now, so you see now what happened here. So the Mosai saying he is more subtle than any beast that he feels. So whatever you think, the white man, like you go one thing, you go fight your partner this way and thing, and you know what, die the battle, you feel you go down. Whoever feels that, oh, you are going to fight the white man is going to fight you that way and thing. The white man is not going to think how you think and thing. But the Mosai say he's more subtle, he is very tricky and thing, right? You see that this year they're watching something, oh, a white man, catching a fish and white man has some kind of liquid and then after now he using his hand as bait. Like white the fish go hold on to you and thing. This man don't do things no matter what you do. And if you feel you go fight it thing too, you make your brother and all fight you and things. So just like how he make them all these Asian people who should be one, he have Asian people North Korea, South Korea going against each other and thing and he know and fighting you all the same thing now. He will go against your own brother and make you fight and he going and win you and thing too again, right? So this is now the same thing now coming back to the white man and thing now. So now again now when you go back and thing and you give power unto this beast now. So now you watch back now again now and you worship the beast saying who is like unto the beast, who is able to make war with him, right? So when you check back and thing in Mosai, hey, who you could go and fight the white man? Right now the white man right now them other people gathering with Jess and right now the white man have Jones. He from farness dropping bombs all kind of things. So this level again this shoe is saying when coming back to the scriptures and all too again. So all we want to say the Bible is a storybook and thing because why? Because they read it from the white man perspective and thing and not read it from the black man. And now when you see it coming from the I.S.U.P.K now you can really get a good understanding how things going. So now when you watch back and think now, so you see now who could fight make wars with these man and thing. When you check back and think, the man having Jones now fight going up and bombing people, then they just sitting down there and waiting. They don't have to go no way and thing, right? Give me up so they worship the beast, right? So now we go see now who this beast is, right?
Revelation.
13 or Revelation 13 and 4, right? We're going right. Yeah, give me verse 5.
Revelation chapter 13 and verse 5. And there was given unto him a mouth, speaking great things and blasphemies, and power was given unto him to continue for 2 months.
Right. So now again now, so now again now this person now again now dead now was now that able now to give life to this person now, and then after now so now here now the most I say blasphemy and speaking great things and blasphemy, and power was given unto him to continue for 40 and 2 months, right? So when you check back all these things again now, so when you check back again now, so this is the person that's seen as Christ, right? The Christians just have as Jesus Christ, but when you go through the scriptures and things, there's nothing pertinent to all these the feast days with the Most High say, and what comes out blasphemies and lies comes out all these Christian leaders and things, and especially with today what we call Caesar about so that white image where thing that was Pope Alexander the sixth son and thing, right? So this is what they give, like after this man passed away, they went and get all these painters and them, like when you watch back in and these 4 Ninja Turtles, Donatello, Raphael, Michelangelo, and thing, right? So these now they're going back and they paint and they give this image now for you to praise for you not to praise this image, and what this image, what this thing do? Spread lies and thing, right? The blasphemy of the Most High, right? And now you bow down to this and thing, right? Give me verse 13.
Verse 13. Revelation chapter 13 and verse 13. And he doeth great wonders, so that he maketh fire to come down from heaven on the earth in the sight of men.
So again now he dropping bombs just like you see going with Hiroshima and thing, right? He drop bombs all kind of thing, everybody way. I feel like if I was thinking about going against the white man, I ain't going back again and think, because when I was back again, no plans in going back there, nothing going back there and things. So everybody now having fear now to go against this white man here right now, right? Go to verse 14.
Verse 14. And deceived them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles which he had power to do in the sight of the beast, saying to them that dwell in the earth, that they should make an image to the beast, which had a wound by a sword and did live.
So again, when you check back and deceive them that dwell on the earth by that means of those miracles which he had power to do in the sight of the beast, saying to them that dwell on the earth that should make an image to the beast which had wound by a sword and did live. So now see after this now, so this now they come now again now and they start spread all the doctrines and things, right? So how was it just like when you just like the how blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians was went into Christianity because there was forced into Christianity. That's how we brothers died. Who didn't die, the same thing was being frightened. So when they really up, the same thing now, nobody want to go against the white man. So the same thing now. When they go back again, you are to worship this. And who don't worship again, you see what happened and thing. The death. So we are going to worship this beast and all the doctrines. Same thing happen again with the brothers them coming to under Muhammad and thing. The same Muslim faith and thing, and defending these things full out 100 and thing, right? And the same thing happen again. The brothers and them in the same mosque. And one thing now, these things was forced and fun. We after Muhammad studied the Bible and think he started created things again and come with his own religion, right? So when you watch back things like we call the most high name is Yahweh, right? And then after now he calling he God Allah and thing, right? And so go a lot of things keep on saying. So when we go back and like God is Allahayim and thing, not knowing that so that just God that just always say like certain parts when you go in the scriptures, God mean rulers, powers and thing, right? Angels and things. So certain things with him. So now we take that now and you know what he said. So when you check back God, mean Elohim and thing in the Hebrew, you know come now and Arabic now and say God Allah and thing, right? So the same thing we take when you come back to we feast days the day of atonement. We have one day we know we go eat nothing and drink nothing for the whole day. Now we come with Ramadan. We know we're gonna fast for 40 days now. And then you know what he doing? He beating back the nation of Israel and thing again. The same thing now will happen here now. So a lot of brothers was forcing this, so they say now we're fine, we and things. The same thing happening here now. And now we go and keep on blasphemy. And now a whole generation now coming back again. So all these things we're seeing here again now, all this is blasphemy of the white man, that marker, that image, that marker, that marker the beast, and all two right, and you go start to see now again, right? Go to verse 14. I mean, read verse 14 already. Go to verse 15.
Verse 15. And he had power to give life unto the image, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed.
So see again now, so whoever think God love everybody and thing, right? Because he pork, crab, shrimps, lobster and things. This is now this is what this image and thing and this is now the men after now, the men after coming down now coming and as they go in the Christian church and thing, they pull up that image now and this is now who you this is now who you think and all these people and if now these when they come back now these people they're pushing the image just like when you enter the Christian church, all the Pentecostal, the Catholic and all these things and them and you see that image and this is the Pope and thing and now if you go against that now, that's gonna be there now. Destruction for you now and thing, right? And I say against and all you think go against that should be killed, right? Go to verse 16.
Verse 16. And he caused it all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in the right hand and forehead.
So again now, so he caused both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand and in their forehead. So now when we go back and read when you go think your right hand is your strong hand, I think. So when we go back now, this is talking about all the military. And when you watch back now, we brothers and them again now. So when you watch back now on the military, you know, all these other nations don't do like you black man, Hispanic man already. So when coming back to again now, they're going to deal with you very serious and thing too. So just so already they didn't like you and all. And then after when coming back to you now again, they're going to deal with you very dread and all too. So you joining now, the white man thing, you're going to deal with your brothers and all serious and thing. When you should be having compassion to your thing. And then again now, with the rest of you know, your forehead now you're picking up all the doctrines the white man. So today, again now, this is all these things and them you celebrating and not celebrating and everything. You have it all in your forehead. You're waiting till to celebrate Christ. Next one coming, you're waiting to celebrate Independence Day and it just give any white man recognition. All these things and them, the blasphemy, the lies and things. Hey, you're a free man, we get independence, we get emancipation and thing, and what we to the bottom of every nation and thing, right? And again, I think I will come around, yeah, happy independence, happy emancipation. The Christmas come around again, people getting raped, people getting robbed, house burning down and thing, and nothing to do with the Most High, and they give you all these things and them to think, blasphemy, lies and thing, right? And if you go against it, you will die and thing. But yeah, now, yeah, you know, coming and passing on all these knowledge and thing to you now, say, hey, yeah, it's that time now you could come back and serve the Most High and thing, right? And thing and keeping the Most High laws, statutes, and judgments and thing, right?
Right.
Go to verse 17.
Verse 17. And that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name.
Right. So no man might be able to buy or sell anything, right? So when you watch back and think this year, Venezuela and thing, right? So they know what they call in song and things. So you see now the power, you see the power here now. So they want to out of this world here. This is not talking about what the white man is able to do and things. So the white man caused the nation of Israel to go against the Most High, serving other gods and the blasphemy and all the lies and things. When I tell you that and then tell you now he's a Hispanic and he's a native Indian, and now knowing that you not knowing your true identity and things. This all the lies coming out of the white man and things. Right? When you watch today with Venezuela, set sanctions being called on Venezuela and things like the same thing. And then after now somebody was bringing oil for them. You see now what happened now again. So the person now when I say when they're going to help Venezuela, right? Sanctions and you know too again. And you see what keep on going, and this is the thing again now. Know who could go up against him and thing, right? Who can make war with him, right? And you see again, right? Go to verse 18.
Verse 18. Here is wisdom. Let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 666.
Right, so everybody know our customer is 666, the mark of the beast, and the right. So the mark of the beast is that same image you all people have in your home. And that white devil, and who call himself Jesus, right? When the I.S.U.P.K they say he's an imposter and thing, right? Because Jesus is Jesus Christ is no imposter. That is the son of the Most High, right? And Hebrew name is Yahweh Mashiach and thing, right? So again now, so when you take back now, you take the images, same people now take the identity now, calling themselves Israelis and we now being the Israelites and things. So let's move away a little bit of the name off it and thing, right? And thing, right? So now take thing, and when you go back in the scriptures, the number is 666. So when you check back and thing, right, you're not saying you don't know if Donald Trump might be the one at the 666, but the same thing we might know if it's Bill Gates or the Rothschilds and them. But this is the number of them now, and if he says doing wickedness and thing, right? And thing, right? So you black Hispanics and Native Indians, these are the people them pushing your blasphemy, pushing your lies, pushing all these festivals and them for you know to go against your Mosai and thing, and go against your brothers, go against your sisters and thing, right? So all these holidays were coming up here. All these things come from this image here, right? And thing like these things come from the white man, right? And if you don't know the white man is the devil, well, thing that's when you go and think about deceive us, and when the white man make it feel like you know what, it's something out of this world, something with horn and thing, and right here, and thing like giving you making you sin against the Most High, giving you things you're not supposed to be celebrating, give you setting up abortion clinics and thing, right? When you go and you think the Most High saying have known in your mother's womb and thing, right? Making you kill your brother and your sister and thing, right? Making woman and woman marry each other and thing, and man marry each other. When the Most High when you go and think female was created for a male and thing, right? The same thing, right? And you see what going on, they see going against the Most High full 100 and thing, and then after when you watch the judgments and all for you black Hispanics, it's not the same judgment will been set up a white man do the same crime and thing too again, right? And this is again now we have any love for every nation and thing, and no nation have any love for you, because why these same things were being able to push can destroy the nation of Israel. And now it's time now you black Hispanics now nation come back to the I.S.U.P.K and learn back the Most High law, statutes and judgments. So all these Hispanics and what to we have to Hispanic brothers now teaching you about the same thing in these pagan languages, how the Most High said it and all to the same way now here now. We've been able now to learn back the Most High laws in the same pagan languages, English here. You have it in Spanish here with these same Hispanics and them, and same thing coming back again to the Native Indians and all to coming back again, knowing who we is and thing, and this is why you know spreading all over through the youth now, bring back the knowledge to the people. So now we can move away from all these pagan festivals and the rest now who are coming back again. There's nothing to be celebrated. We have we're in June, so that means the next one would be Labor Day and thing, and you know everybody now I.O.W.T, iron and steel, tutor and all these things, and we taking these things for granted. And I see again now where you all to OWT, you know, to help you black Hispanics and Native Indian. Iron and steel union to help you all black Hispanics and Native Indian. There's none. Same thing again with the rest of them PSA, where the PSA to help you all black Hispanics and Native Indians and things. And we taking all these things and we putting all the life into these things and them, and nothing again and thing, right? And then after come emancipation and Independence Day and thing, and 10 years a free man and thing. And when you watch back again, everybody above you and thing and taking full advantage of you, and slowly just keep on going with all these holidays and integrating the holidays. Why? Because this same beast giving you all these things to celebrate and then have you lost and thing, right? And then after now, everybody while it focus, everybody eyes on NBA right now, and so we on this year the champion lead and all these things and them. We say no, you can play football and thing, but again, you're not knowing the things and them the most I want you to have yourself in an order and thing, right? So when you check back now, we want you to tune into all the classes. We have classes right through the week. We have classes on Monday with over summer about history classes and thing, all knowing all the history and thing about thing and some people will say there's it don't matter because everything, but it matter to me because now I know that now I know that I am Israelite and King David was my forefather. Samson Christ was my king and thing. It make me move away from the things that the same thing will do to other brothers now, knowing that hey, we come from a royal family and thing, right? And knowing that we are God chosen people. The same thing now will happen here now. So here we are now. We now pass on get this knowledge. So here now we have plenty of officers here now and to and begin now bringing back the knowledge to the people here, right? And we have a camp leader again now, Officer Galawan. So when we go back and think we have Officer Makako about go teach the history class on Mondays and thing, right? We did last night and we did last Monday going, right? Thing right then after we had last night again we had Officer Swapi will teach the brotherhood class again. So you know sometime again. Or again, if you're strong with your brother, show you how to be strong. And if your brother go against, you know, how to again, how you bring back that bond with your brother and using the scriptures and all these things that's been taught to us. And then after you have the Wednesday night low class with over some quiet where we go tonight also went on the class 4 tonight and all to again, keeping that low again, keep your righteous and again and knowing how to deal with every matter, not thinking evil when something come up again. Now one thing and know you're gonna hey, just calm yourself or know you're gonna know hey what the wine was created for and think hey something come up chill and think oh you're gonna meet the priests and the prophets and I'm gonna go show hey this is really Lord say but when these things happen and think one thing what happen hey you're gonna have sex with a woman and think yeah going on that woman no there's no sex story that your wife and think these things now you'll learn with Officer Makoyat and thing on the Wednesday class and thing then after we on Tuesday we stream with General Mahaiman. Now he will answer everything what pertain to the Bible, what pertain to history and thing, and what pertain to the nation of Israel, right? And all too, right? And then after Friday we had the last show and Kodash. Now we're gonna learn back you learn back your history and thing, right? And that's like you know we go want to tell everybody good night and thing, right? So everybody thing, and then after they say when it was Diaz and thing, and then after now to so when you come back and think now say now it's easy now to pick back certain things back up. So when you say good night in Hebrew, you go say to loyal and thing, right? Yeah.
Good night. Good morning.
Good.
Morning is
Yeah, and good morning to Wabakwa and the same thing keep on going with all these things and them. So keep on learning back the thing bit by bit and thing and know and there's no an easy bit by bit get better to speak back a little Hebrew back to your brothers and your sisters and them too. And then after now same Saturday we have the Sabbath service with Officer Yakad again and Officer Swapiola and sometimes his brothers do interchange with the Sabbath service now to go on and how to go about your Sabbath and things and other people go feel like you know the Bible just about praising the Most High. Yes, if you want to go and praise the Most High, praise the Most High and thing and also again the Sabbath is for you to for the rest to take you off of your sleeve and thing and wherever you feel to go and play football, you want to go and watch a movie, wherever you feel. Some they can't condemn the person who want to praise the Most High, can't condemn the person who want the two of them equal. There's some people choose that, some people might interchange the same person who praise the Most High. This thing might want to go and say, you know what, I'm going to play a little football this week, and that person playing football last week, he might come and praise the Most High and the thing. So Christian just gonna make you feel that person doing something wrong and think come and learn all these things about the Most High the Sabbath, and then after you get to know the Most High feast days one time and all two, and then after on Sundays we had the scripture breakdown with the camp leader Officer Galawan now will teach you again all these things were taking place. Just like you get the like our brothers now too Monday teaching the different things they now you'll get every interaction with everything taking the history, the brotherhood, the lower class, the scripture breaking, and then after things what pertaining to what taking place in the world, what taking place in Trinidad, and what taking place in Jamaica, what taking place in St. Lucia, wherever we reside in, we better reside in the Venezuela, we say the tribal things were taking place, you'll be able to tell you what is already going on and things, right? So tune into the ISUPK, your brothers and sisters and things, right? So this again now the ISUPK, this is for all you Hispanics, you Native Indians and Negroes, right? So that we will pass the class over to Priest and Officer Makoyat.
Right, this is the security announcement. We are the I.S.U.P.K. out of 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under commanding General YAHANNA. New rules for brothers and sisters. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves of the world. After 6 months, if a brother or sister, after 6 months, if a brother or a sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or a sister. There's another 6 months in which a brother or sister will court each other. After this 6 months period, the brother or sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment. You can find this in Numbers chapter 18, verse 21, and Malachi chapter 3, verse 8 to 10. It means tenth in Hebrew, and it's pronounced Ma'asher. 10% of every penny, of every increase the Lord gives you, give to the treasury department or teacher, priest fund, free will offering for priests, not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you would like to give, upcoming holy convocation, which is the Feast of First Fruits, on June the 21st. You can find this in the book of Leviticus chapter 23, verse 10 to 22. Remind Akiums and Aquadiums to check on social media such as ISUPK.com, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and so on for I.S.U.P.K events and materials. If a brother wants to be a trooper in the school, then he needs to start wearing all black, which includes black boots, like shirts, like pants, like headband or scarf. And with that, we say, Madam. Stand and face seats. You can say the Lord's Prayer in Hebrew. Abanawa, Shabbat Shemaya, Kodash, Ayah, Chamka, Yahweh, Malakwatka, Taba'ah, Ratazaka, Ayah, Aisha, Barataza, Kawa, Ayah, Bashamaya, Natan Lanawa, Lakam, Ka, Yawam, Wasalak Lanawa, Kabawat Nawa, Kasalak Nawa, Kabawat Nawa, Wala'a, Tabayanawa, Wanasawan, Abad, Awashai Mayan, Rai, Kaya, Laka, Amalakwat, Waha'ala, Wataparat, Irelamia, Aman.
I've just said, our Father,
which art in heaven,
hallowed be thy name.
I'll be thy name, Yahweh,
Thy kingdom
thy
come,
kingdom come,
thy will be
thy
done.
will be done.
In
Anyway, as it is in heaven,
Give us this day,
give us this day,
daily bread.
daily bread.
Forgive us our debts.
Forgive us our debts,
As we forgive our debtors.
as we forgive our debtors.
And lead us not into temptation.
Lead us not into
Deliver us
temptation,
from evil.
but deliver us from evil.
Thine is the kingdom,
For thine is the kingdom,
and the power,
and the power,
and the glory,
and the glory,
forever.
forever.
So be it.
So be it.
Amen.
What we're going to say is the hakak or the power in the Hebrew, Yahweh, Bahasham, Bahawashai, Bahakushah, Natananawa, Hakak, Larapa, Kal Makal, Wakal Madawa, Hakak, Lataha, Matazaria, Hakak, Lahakwaya, Amataya, Hakak, Irakawa, Atamayala, Agarashai, Bahasham, Bahawashai, Wadaman.
Where we just said Yahweh, the name of Yahweh.
Name of Yahweh.
Give us the power.
Please give us the power
to heal.
Power to heal.
All manner of sickness.
All manner of sickness.
All manner of disease.
All manner of disease.
Power to
Power to cleanse the
Power to raise the dead.
Power to raise the dead.
Power against unclean spirits.
Power against unclean spirits.
Cast them out.
Cast them out.
In the name of Yahweh.
Name of Yahweh.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So be it. So be it. This is I.S.U.P.K curses. Blessed are you, Yahweh.
Blessed are you, Yahweh.
King of heaven
And
and earth.
all things living.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
The name of Yahweh.
Name of Yahweh.
Listen to us now.
Listen to us now.
Right now.
Right now.
The evils and
Send evils and curses.
and destruction.
Punishment and destruction.
For the heathen.
The heathen
that speak against
that
us.
speak against us.
like prophet, the teacher, the prince, the priest, the Israelite brother, and the school, and evils and curses, and punishment and destruction, the heathen, and shake loose, the treasure of the rich of Israel, refuse to give to the school, force the riches, enter into thy sanctuary, set evils and curses, and punishment and destruction, the Edomites, and the nation, and the drug dealers, court system, prison system, Planned Parenthood, all the governments of I.M.E. Amalek synagogues and armies, Roman Catholic Church, the Pope, Islam, Christianity, Egyptology, militia, Ku Klux Klan, Aryan Nation, Skinheads, Quasi-Comitazi, gay movement, lesbian movement, spies, workers of witchcraft, NASA space program, Army, Navy, Air Force, Marine, Wall Street, open up the internet, and the airwaves, cable access channel, and the radio channel, convict the spirit, any of thy people that seek to stop us, and bring swift destruction, all the heathen, that stand in the way, or try to stop us, for broadcasting your words, throughout the planet Earth, let loose all the plagues, cause them to go to and fro, to the earth, and consume them, let the plague shake, house of the teeth, and the murderer, let Yahushua, Michael, and Gabriel, come down with the flying saucers, and punish all the heathen, that come up against us, and speak thy word, cause it to be known by all, that the angels that have done it, cause it to be spread through the media, through the whole world, for them to shake at thy coming, in the name of Yahushua. Thank you, always, so be it. What you're going to say is the prayer to bless Israel in the Hebrew, Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahushai, Barak Lanawa, Bayashala, Babayat, Safari, Barak, Rapah, Magan, Commanding General, the General, Captain, the Officer, Troopers, and the Sister, Yahweh, name of Yahushai. Thank you. So be it. Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahushai, Barak Lanawa, Bayashala, Babayat, Safari, Barak, Rapah, Magan. We see the blessed Israel in Hebrew, Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahushai, Barak Lanawa, Bayashala, Sapariam, Barak, Rapah, Magan. Commanding General, the Captain, the Officer, the Troopers, and the Sisters. Kayalwana, Raknapash, Shariah, Kintian family, Usulan family, Koto family, Philip family, Fletcher family. All brothers and sisters in I.S.U.P.K.
All brothers and sisters in I.S.U.P.K.
All brothers and sisters fighting.
All brothers and sisters fighting coming to the truth.
Children and babies in I.S.U.P.K.
Children and babies in I.S.U.P.K.
Francois family.
Brown family. Zion,
Wesleyan,
Daniela, Jamilia, Ashida, Chisha, Chantel, Myelin, Khadija, Nima, Bahasham, Yahushai, Warama.
What we just said, Yahweh. No. Lord, the name of Yahushai. Bless you.
Bless us.
And Israel. And the school. Bless. Heal. Shield. Protect all of us. In the name of Yahushai. Thank you. So be it.
Sir. Men of Israel, let's give the teacher one courtesy salute. I'm Adam Shabbat. I'm Adam. Barak. Yahweh Hashem Yahushai Brakatah. Yadad Matah. Sir, please the sisters. Men of Israel, let's give the sisters online one courtesy salute. I'm Adam Shabbat. I'm Adam. Barak. Yahweh Shema Natan Ba'Hashem Yahushai. Yadad Matah. Class dismissed.